Hi, I'm Titli and this is my slightly snowy garden. It's been trying to snow all day here. It's pathetic, isn't it? But tomorrow they're forecast that we might have 3 or 4 inches of snow. Woohoo! Snowman! I don't mind the snow now that I'm back in the UK. It was very different when I used to live in France, as this little piece of footage will show you. So these days, if it's going to snow, I say bring it on. This week I'm going to start by pruning this apple tree. No, not that one, that's just a stick. This one. It's gone very dense in the centre with lots of twigs poking up. And my first priority is going to be to cut them out. If I can get in there. You see these in the centre of the tree here? Well, they're all coming out because I want the tree to have a nice open structure. Well, that's starting to look a little bit better already. You know, I've got twigs like this one which are pointing back into the centre of the tree. Don't want that. That's coming out. There's another one here. Here's another one. And then I've got shoots like this, which are essentially pointing downwards. I want my shoots to be pushing upwards, so that comes out. And here's another example of a shoot, which is at the end of a nice arm here, but it's actually pointing back into the tree and crosses here, so that's coming out. You can see that the tree's a lot less cluttered now, but I've still got quite a bit of work to do to make a more open structure in the centre there. Take this out. Yes, sirree, Bob. Dee 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 dee. The most hazardous thing about doing this, of course, is if your saw slips and takes your blessed thumb off. Of course, the keen observers amongst you will have noticed that what I'm actually doing here is shrinking the tree in a bit, because it's getting a bit wide. Oh, this is a brutal cut. Please, sir, my tree's shrinking. Oh, we're looking a lot better now. So the last thing I need to do is deal with these uprighty bits, and I'm going to cut them back to about 3 buds. Snip, snip. Now that is what I call one seriously pruned apple tree. It's looking a little bare and severely trimmed, but am I worried? Nah. Ooh, nice cup of tea to warm my hands. Now the last thing I'm going to do before my toes freeze off is prune this tree here. Having discovered that it's actually not a cherry tree, but it's a Japanese crab apple with a weeping habit, I'm going to prune it accordingly. So if I'm going to prune for slightly weeping shape, the rules are going to be a little bit different. Like, I'm okay with things that point downwards, like these, but I'm not so okay with things that point up, like these, or these. What I'm really doing is almost the inverse of what I did with the apple tree, because I'm trying to cut out as many upward pointing shoots as possible. Don't want that one because it cuts back on itself. Well, that looks much more kind of weepy to me, really. Maybe next year I'll be tempted to take this branch away. It kind of looks a bit incongruous with the rest of the tree, but it all depends how much develops in the centre there. Well, that is what I call pretty serious snow. And when you get snow like this, there's really only one sensible thing to do. Make a snowman. Oh, it's a bit powdery. That's going to be a problem. The snow is just way too powdery to even make a snowball out of. I have a plan. Can you see what it is yet? Of course, if I was a skier, I'd be loving this kind of snow, because apparently powder snow is the best for skiing on, so they say. I'm not a skier, so I don't know. If you can see what it is, shout out and I'll tell you if you're right. No, that's wrong. No, it's not one of them either. No. Let me take some of the snow away and let's see if you can see it a bit better. He's my little snow turtle. When the snow is this powdery and doesn't stick together, it's about all you can make, really. What shall we call him? Now, do you remember me saying this? I think at the next cold snap I'll dig my leeks up and make some delicious warming potato and leek soup. Well, it's now very cold and I want my leeks for a nice warm winter vegetable pie. But my leeks are all covered in snow, but not for long. Whoop. That'll do nicely, thank you. The ground underneath is quite soft, which is good because they should pull up quite easily. Ooh, lovely. Bit of a tiddler. Well, these don't look too bad at all. Now go nicely in my pie. You see, where there's a will, there's a way. Or to put it another way, where there's a toy, there's a Titli.
Shameful shed.
I am very pleased to be able to report a little bit of progress on my shameful shed. Some of the old and creaky garden chairs have gone out of this corner, and my garden shredder and brush cutter have been moved as well. Hopefully, sometime during the next week, I can get some kind of shelves up and clear a lot of the other stuff too. The bird cafe's a little bit snowbound. And these chaffinches sitting in the tree aren't quite sure what to make of it all. Here's a brave little fellow picking up some sunflower seed, and once one's down there, his friends appear. Oh, this is what we're supposed to do, is it? Mind you, it hasn't stopped this blue tit having a good old peck at his nuts. Well, that's all I've really got time for this week. Never let it be said that I'm just a fair weather gardener. Nor rain, nor wind, nor sleet, nor snow shall prevent me from bringing you this show. Thanks for watching, and do join me next time in Titli's busy garden.